There are 300 billion podcasts about sports news and sports betting on the web. Every single one of them takes themselves way too damn seriously. We're 300 billion and one, and we like to have fun. This is First Step. And now your crew, Kevin, along with Javi, Al, and Boogie.
Hey, it's the First Step Podcast, episode 3. Today is Thursday, the 22nd. To my left, we are a foursome who went down to a twosome. In sad news, it's my boy, Javi. Javi, how you doing, buddy?
Good, man. Excited.
Excited. Little two-on-two classic missionary position right now.
Two-man. Why always got to get weird with it?
Why? It's just missionary position. It's the less weird out of all of it. How's your weekend, buddy?
It was good.
Yeah? Relaxing? Yeah. President's Day?
President's Day weekend, long weekend. It was nice. Hung out with the fam, the kid.
That's good. That's really good.
Usual.
Good.
A lot of sports.
A lot of sports. A big weekend. A lot of stuff happened this weekend. I was really excited.
Yeah.
We're going to touch everything a little bit today. Yeah.
Still, it's sad that we don't have football.
We're gonna get to that.
This was the first weekend where I really felt, obviously, first week without football, but man.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Sunday's hitting us hard.
And I'm sure we'll get into it, but I think part of it also having the NBA All-Star weekend and the end of football on the same weekend.
They need to do a better job planning this.
It felt brutal. And then I think it was also like going into the Genesis, losing Tiger and Spieth going into the weekend too. Just
it was a wild, sad weekend.
I was locked in for Thursday. I thought it was like it's going to be a pretty good sports weekend, the whole thing. Then we had NBA All-Star Game, total bust. I mean, that whole weekend, we'll talk about it, but the NBA All-Star Game is just whole weekend is just
not good,
awful at this point.
Not good.
It was, and then you have Tiger out. Gets diarrhea on Friday.
Yeah.
We'll get into that.
Yeah. Listen, the weekend was good. It was a nice long weekend, which is nice. I haven't had a long weekend in a long time, and I really enjoyed it. The only problem is on Monday, I was able to get a doctor's appointment. Okay. I get to the doctor's appointment, dermatologist. I go check about this mark that I had on my face, and it disappeared. Everything is good. Nothing happened with the mark. I'm super happy about it. But then the dermatologist, have you been a dermatologist ever?
Yes.
Did they put you naked?
No.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I was molested by my dermatologist. And I walk into this dermatologist, never been to one in my life. Had this mark on my face. I go into the dermatologist, and the face thing was okay. There's a woman who's with the dermatologist who's a smoke show, okay? She goes in there, and she's writing down the stuff on the tablet, right? Not a big deal. Then the dermatologist, he's done checking my face, which is why I'm there. He goes, "Hey, Kev, you need to take off all your clothes. I got to examine you." He goes, "You have to get completely naked because I'm going to check everything." So I'm there, butt naked, completely naked. Dermatologist cups and separates, checking me thoroughly. And this girl's just watching me. It was so awkward. In other news, I've had a scar on my stomach that my mom's been telling me for years that it was like a scar from when I had chickenpox when I was a baby in vitro. Homeboy, it's a third nipple. It's no scar.
Shut up. Hold on. You have a third nipple?
I
you just found out about it now?
Listen, I have always thought it was suspicious that the nipple would get hard when it was cold. The scar would get hard when it was cold. But it gets a little hard. Okay, but then I did a deep dive. I have a third nipple. I'm part of a community. 1% of the population has it. Okay, not that small, but 1%. And then that percentage tend to be better lovers, more sensitive because
you are not.
More
sensitive. Lover, sure.
I'm a sensitive lover.
No, you're not.
Yeah, it is what it is. Hey, listen, I'm not making the rules. I'm telling you to research this. We're powerful. We have connections to the earth more than the bi-nipple people. Try nips, man. It's a beautiful thing.
All right.
Are you jealous?
No, I'm a little weirded out. Honestly, you just threw a lot at me.
Do you want to see it? A lot of famous people have.
This went from you being naked and from you didn't even let me digest.
Harry Styles. Harry Styles. Third nipple guy.
Really?
Yeah. Zac Efron. Third nipple guy.
Did you go? Did you start Googling when you found out you had a third nipple? Did you start Googling?
Of course I did.
Who has their
Yeah, dude. Of course.
Who
I
else
did.
has their
Yeah, yeah. No,
like who else is part of this community?
Yeah, I'm gonna make a
Is there
shirt.
is there like a third nipple support group?
No, it's not a support group. It's an elevation group. It's no support. It's like we're just on top of everybody else. Because we have 3 nipples. You only have 2 nipples. If you had 3 arms, you would be better off with the guy with 2 arms.
All right.
Yeah, I know you're jealous. You're pissed off. I get it.
No,
Listen,
I'm just weirded out by this whole thing.
you just wish you had a 3rd nipple.
Yeah,
I know.
I don't know. This is
Either way, people are scared of things they don't understand. That's what you are.
No, I understand
don't
exactly
understand
what
you don't understand
nipple,
it. That's fine.
I know what a third nipple is.
That's fine. We'll just jump on. Let's start with the NBA All-Star. What an All-Star weekend. Let's go over a few stats. Towns went 50 points, Shy Guy 31, Dame 39, Halliburton 32. The representative for the Miami Heat, a whopping 3 points. Wow, really killed it, guys. Really killed it. It just showed, the NBA All-Star just showed how good a player everyone is, especially when there's no defense. A 3-pointer from a center. Miami Heat's only All-Star had some points. Only played 17 minutes.
We know how much you love Bam.
No, I really love Bam. He's a great in-season player, and wow, what an all-star player. 3 points from our man, Bam Adebayo. So the NBA All-Star, it was so entertaining.
It was terrible.
It was terrible.
The whole thing.
It was
I
terrible.
think if you look at the whole weekend, what the NBA All-Star Game has become, it translates into just what I think is the big problem in the NBA is NBA players don't
It's a lack of effort.
care that much.
It's a lack of effort. It's a complete lack of
I
effort.
think the players go out there and when it's time to compete, there's a lot of guys that are playing hard. I don't think it's
Sure.
anything that. I think it's that NBA players at this point they'll do everything they can to preserve their body for
Not play
for
defense.
money. No, it's just load. You saw it with the whole load management thing.
Sure.
With all this load management, the NBA literally had to put in a rule for this.
Yeah, it's
That
embarrassing.
Guys had to play at a certain time because like they know they don't care that fans are coming every night. They're going to protect their body over and rest themselves over going out there and playing hard every single night.
Yeah, and I understand it. NBA is a business like anything else, and you're keeping your best assets safe. But at the end of the day, the fan experience means something. And these are people that are spending a lot of money to go to go watch their favorite players, their favorite teams go out and win. And when players decide, hey, I'm not gonna play 20 games this season or 30 games this season because I want to make a playoff run. What about that kid who all he wants to do is see?
And to me, the whole thing is just it's ridiculous because, like you're saying, to make a playoff run, not to get into the back in my day, whatever. You saw not even that long ago, just like the Kobe era, if you want to say that,
Yeah.
the pre-Wade, even then, like the
I would say like the
like,
end of Kobe,
early
the end of Kobe, early LeBron, early Wade.
2000s, like before LeBron and Wade and that whole generation came in. The NBA was a lot. It felt a lot. Obviously, it was a different game.
Tougher.
And I know but it felt tougher. Guys played a lot more.
They played hard. This is a shooting NBA.
Yeah, it's not even
Everyone's
about,
shooters.
and
No
again,
one's putting bodies
I don't
on
want to say
bodies.
it's about playing hard because I think guys still go out there and play hard on most nights.
Yeah.
When they do play, the whole thing is when are they going to play?
Yeah, that again. Yes, you're right.
And I know we're getting sidetracked from the NBA from the All-Star game, but you
you're
see
right.
it in the All-Star game. Dude, nobody cared. From the 3-point contest to the dunk contest, like what do they have a D-League player winning every year now?
Dude,
like it's
the
a joke. Used to have Michael Jordan. All these guys would play like good top players in the NBA. It was like the weekend where we got to see. I remember when I was growing up, the All-Star game
The best
was
of the
fun
best.
because it was like, let's go see the best players do a dunk contest. I want to see Vince Carter and Tracy McGrady and all these guys that were like the stars of our childhood.
Even when Dwight Howard was in the dunk contest,
He was a star. He was a real
explosive.
star. Now
Yeah.
you're having actual like D-League players and our boy Triple J from the Heat. No
Hey, he
offense
looked
to him.
good. He
I
looked
love
good.
him, but come on, dude.
but la raza.
Like why isn't LeBron in the dunk contest?
LeBron's
Spoiled,
too old.
but
At this point, LeBron's too
I
old.
understand, but why didn't he ever do the dunk contest?
But that's the issue. That's what I'm saying. LeBron started this trend of not wanting to part.
You think it's LeBron?
I think he started that the best players in the NBA are saying, this doesn't really mean anything. And all it's going to do is tarnish my reputation. I think Michael Jordan, Kobe, all these guys came into the league wanting to be the best. They wanted to say, hey, I'm the best player there's ever been. And I think when LeBron came in, he knew Michael Jordan was already a thing. So he knew he's going to be in that conversation all the time.
Even then,
him losing the dunk contest would have just cemented or put more doubt in people's mind that he's not the best of all time. Which you could argue both sides. You could say, hey, he's right. Or you could argue that's a soft way of thinking. If you really think that's the issue, go out and win it. And then that might put you over the edge on Michael Jordan.
I don't know. Maybe it's that LeBron just was always like, I just need to be better than Jordan and no one else. So he didn't feel like he has to come out to these All-Star games and prove anything. Whereas like you saw Kobe all the time. Look at those old All-Star videos and stuff.
They named the MVP of the All-Star game after Kobe.
I know, but remember back like when MJ was still around and Kobe was like a rookie back then. Yeah. It was in The Last Dance where they're talking about Kobe in the All-Star, his first All-Star game, how he's just going to go at everyone and he doesn't back down. And that kid, he just wants to prove. And even later
competitor.
And even later on in his career, you saw Kobe always in the All-Star games wanting to take it to these guys and not to just put him on a pedestal, but you just saw All-Star games back then. It was more like, oh, we're going to go best on best. This is a best on best pickup game. Let's put on a show, and I want to prove that I'm better than whoever's guarding me.
Than the entire West.
Guys like Allen Iverson, they're like, I'm going to come out here today, and I'm going to ball, and I'm going to show like the world that I'm better than Cole.
I do think that the NBA, to be fair, the NBA, the NHL, the NFL, they need to do something about these All-Star breaks or these All-Star weekends. Either get rid of them totally or make them mean something. I know the NFL, it's more serious, the injuries that people get when they're full dressed up in pads, so they're doing flag football and all
It's also
stuff.
At the end of the season.
It's at the end of the season. It's different. But the NHL was awful. The NBA's was probably worse. I would say worse. I would say it was less entertaining than the NHL one.
Yeah, I'll say that.
Yeah, I think at least the NHL skills competition was.
They had money on that. They had $1 million for the winner, so at least they do something there.
Exactly.
And whatever, the NHL, they've done an okay job of trying to revamp it and make it.
But just get rid of it. What's the point of it? Nobody cares.
Well, so remember, the NHL is getting rid of it pretty much. They're doing now the best on best international tournament.
Give me that.
So instead of an All-Star break next year, we're getting they're still going to have an All-Star game, but we're getting a best on best tournament.
Sure. The best one that kind of does it is baseball. And the problem with baseball is that every all-star pitcher throws 103 miles per hour. So they're like 2-1. The game's super boring because nobody can hit the ball.
Baseball in general. Don't get me started.
The baseball sucks.
Don't get me started.
No, I'm kidding. So, yeah.
Make a long story short, the
NBA sucks. NBA All-Star sucks. I'm going to go ahead and jump into this because a lot of listeners have hit me up on TikTok. And they have let me know.
Hold on, we have listeners?
Oh, we have more than 2, buddy.
Oh, baby.
We have more than 2 listeners.
How many subscribers do we get for the bet?
For the bet, by the time we were doing the show today, it was 19 subscribers.
Big money. Look at that.
Big money. We 19. Did make a bet, though.
That's so pathetic.
We pulled the trigger and we made a bet because we only had one comment.
We have more than 19 friends. How's everyone not?
I have 2 friends.
Our friends
I have 3 friends.
Oh
2 of them didn't show up today. It's not great. It's not a great look. So here we have. So when we did the bet, we had 17 subscribers. So we put $17 on the comment. It was for what's this guy's name to win? Hernandez, and it hit, baby.
It did hit.
And guess where that comment came from?
I don't know. I know you sent the message out, but I forgot.
It came from Mrs. Kevin. And she nailed
it. Not even.
No, hey, she did a good job. When Big Papa's in charge, he's always going to pick you, babe. I love you. She listens. She's a great listener. She's a good wife. Just kidding. She hasn't listened once.
She clearly did. She sent in a bet.
She did it to spite me. She did it to spite me. Oh. Yeah. She's good. She's good.
This podcast
She's good. So
sad.
Like our other list, we do have lots of people that follow us on TikTok. Give us a follow on TikTok. We have about 14,000 followers, all very nice people. A lot have been reaching out to me, say, Kev, what am I supposed to do on Sundays? And I have a list here of things you could do on Sundays instead of betting money on football. Okay? Number 1, what you should do is withdraw the profit that you made this year. So if I put $300 or $500 and I made $1,000 this year in football, take out the $500, leave the $500 there for other bets, and go enjoy it. Go have fun. Go on if you did well, go on a trip. Just use the money. It's there for you to win it. Okay? Number 2, this is important. Improve your mind. Okay? Improve your health up here and in here. Okay? Go work out. You've been staring at a screen every Sunday for 8 hours, probably more if you're watching every game. You've been on red zone. You've been dying. Your heart elevation goes up because your team's losing by 10, or you're a Dolphins fan, and that's life. And I have little heart attacks every game. Go get better. Go get healthy. Okay? Number 3, go hang out with your family and friends. You haven't seen them. You dirty, degenerate bastard. Go hang out with your family and friends. You have nothing else on Sunday. Okay? Number 4, pick up a hobby. Go play golf. All right? Do something else. And number 5, listen to us and bet on more games, baby, because that's what we do. And we're idiots.
Deeper
but here's the
into
thing.
hockey.
You could do more than these. Like, you could do 3 of these at the same time. You could listen. You could pick up golf.
I already play. I'm a golf
Liz,
junkie.
I'm not saying you. I'm saying other listeners. Pick up golf with your wife and then bet on the game. Done. You could bet on a Sunday tournament right at the end, last day. You could play golf with your wife or a friend. Imagine me and you go play on a Sunday. Same thing. Let's go back to the NBA. Slam dunk contest was whack.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do not remember. I think pretty sure Hawkins went over Shaq, and then McClung went over Shaq to win it. I don't understand. Shouldn't Hawkins have won it when he did it? It was so bad. I don't understand. I don't get it.
We talked about it. We have this guy's a G League player.
What happened here? The best thing about the NBA All-Star Game is once it's over, what happens? The NBA starts. This is when every game actually matters.
I was about to say it's Jimmy Butler season.
It's Jimmy Butler season, baby.
Jimmy Butler season.
This is when the NBA
Jimmy Butler
starts.
joins the Miami Heat.
Everything that happened pre-All-Star Game is pointless. Nothing else matters. I don't care who's on first, what's on second. This is when the season starts.
And I start finally paying serious attention to
Exactly. Any teams that you feel like are just going to come in hot.
the Heat.
The Heat.
Call me a homer, but
I mean, you are a homer. There's no.
I know, but I just think history is going to keep repeating itself. This is the thing is that this is what this team does. It's the same team we've had for years now. We keep saying, let's run it back because Riley can't land a whale, but that's neither here nor there. And then come halfway through the season, we just always end up turning it on. Either Tyler Hero gets hurt, Butler wakes up, and then the team just goes on this goes on a little second half run.
The only issue we have with the Heat right now is they start off.
We are hurt too right now. We're
hurt.
Healthy.
We have Rozier out. We have Richardson out, and we're on a 4-game road trip in the West right now, starting off. So we have.
Do you like Richardson right now? He's been like.
No.
I was cool with the signing we got. I was like, oh, Jay Rich, yeah, like he was good. He's got that Mario Chalmers thing going for me where I have these fond memories of him when he's gone, but when he's on my team, I remember how much he drove me.
Yeah, I don't really love him. I do
like I'm happy that he's out for a little bit because
he's out for a while, right? It was a shoulder. What was it? Shoulder.
He's out for a bit, I think.
Yeah, I do. That we picked up Delon Wright from the Wizards. I think that he complements us really well.
I don't know much about him, but I hear
he's good.
He's got good defense.
He's good. He's a good all-around player. He wasn't getting a lot of minutes with the Wizards, but I think he could fit into our rotation really well, and especially culture guy. When with Rozier back, I think it's going to be better than Kyle Lowry. That's all I care about. I mean, give me something better than Kyle Lowry.
That's not saying much.
And we also signed up a guy from our G League, a developmental guy named I believe it's Alanis William. He's a 6'4" guard. Not really like a point guard. He's more of a shooting guard, but he apparently's got handles for days. He's one of the highest scorers in G League this year.
I don't think he's gonna get minutes. These kind of practice guys.
Well, I think until Rozier comes back, he's gonna have to get minutes. It's going to be like a Caleb Martin, Max Stress situation. Just a developmental guy. He's been there for like 3 years.
We need the depth. We have Rozier and now Jay Rich out.
Yeah, so we signed this guy DeLon Wright and Alonda's Williams.
This is why we need Jimmy Butler to.
We need Jimmy Butler to show up, and we need
and
Bam to
let's
do
see
really
if
well.
Hero. Hey, listen, hold on. I know you have this weird thing with Bam. And yes, he pisses me off because my issue with Bam is that he never played. We treated him like a max player. We paid him like that, and he wasn't playing like a max guy, especially when we needed him in the playoffs and the finals. He's had his moments, but he's not a guy that, like, it's always been the Jimmy Butler show in the playoffs when it counts. Like when you need a game 6 win.
I don't want to give Bam the ball. That's my problem.
No, like where he just takes over the game.
Bam.
Like he just gets the win for you, and like he just wills your team to win. Like sometimes how you need those kind of from your max guys up for a championship team. This is what you need.
Here's
my hasn't been that.
No,
Now,
here's my argument.
Hold on, let me finish. Let me finish. Hold on.
Here's my argument. You're saying that. But here's the truth: is when we have a LeBron James and Anthony Davis could win in a playoff situation, they could win 3 games on their own with nobody else playing. Those are max contract guys. When you have a Jimmy Butler, a D Wade, a Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook when he was playing well, when these guys are in the playoffs, they could win games by themselves and they get paid to do that. Bam never does that. When he wins a game, everybody else is surrounding him. He never shows up when we need him.
He's had his moment. He had the famous block.
Let him do it for another team. I don't care.
I understand that. But I'll say, which is what I was going to say before, is that by the way, I agree with you on all of this. But this year, Bam has done.
Yeah. No,
Bam has been the dude.
But
this team goes as far as Bam goes.
He does the same thing.
So my thinking is, and that's why I was saying that I think the Heat are a team to watch, is because if you have a healthy Bam and you've seen how good Bam has been for this team this year, where he's actually just there because
he's truly
the
one.
Season we've seen in the regular season. I want to see him in the postseason with him playing like that, and then now I would like to think Jimmy's going to finally wake up.
I'm hoping he does.
So say he wakes up, he comes in, and now you have Jimmy and Bam finally playing to the level that we think they can do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
we're looking at another huge deep run here.
I have a lot of faith in our organization. I said it last.
Once we get healthy, you have Triple J.
I have a lot of faith in our organization. I believe in our coach. I think Spoelstra does a really good job. He keeps everyone on their toes. I think Jimmy, it's what we were saying before. He's one of those guys that saves himself for a playoff run. So I'm hoping now he comes in big and he does it. He does what he likes to do and make a playoff run. I just don't think that the Heat, other teams in the East have done better, and the Heat kind of stayed with similar talents, levels. Not styles, but levels. So it's going to be a tough run. I'm not saying they can't. It's just going to be a tough run for us. So I feel it's, especially starting off on a 4-game away trip, it's going to be tough to get hot. The Heat are going to be a little, I don't know. I hope they're not, but
that's fine. But we're still going to get into the playoffs. I feel like the rest of the season is just playing for seeding. Obviously, we have to win games. But
seeding's important this season. I feel like seeding's going to be important this season. There's a lot of good teams.
I understand. Yeah, but who are you really like?
I know we're not scared of Boston.
Are we afraid of
Milwaukee?
I mean, yes, I would say we're not scared of Boston because of our track record. Because Miami owns Boston.
Yeah,
but this is the best version of Boston we've seen in a long time. I said last
episode that they're the same Boston team. They're not the same Boston team. They have Porzingis now. They definitely upgraded.
They're much bigger,
but
they're a mismatch.
I feel like
for us now,
they're definitely a mismatch. But I feel like I want to see what they do in the playoffs. Does that make sense? I think Spoelstra is going to have an answer for them. I feel they're beatable.
Yeah, he does it every year.
You put pressure. I feel like you give them enough pressure and they buckle.
I don't doubt it. The thing is that once this Heat team is playing to their potential, that we can go against any team in the league. I have no doubt. Look what we did last year.
Yeah,
we swept the Bucks.
Swept the Bucks.
And they just got Doc Rivers, which was a total disaster.
I feel like they have the most to prove coming out of the All-Star break. They need to come in hot just for their sake. I think if they come in and they're down, that's also so hard. Doc Rivers has a bad track record in the playoffs, right? But he does really well in season. He gets his teams there.
He's not a good coach.
But here's my thing.
I don't know if that's unpopular, but I don't see the big
how
deal
much
with it.
harder is it going to be for him to coach these players coming mid-season in a system that they've already been working on?
You saw it. They've been talking about it, like how he's. What he came out the other day and said, "Oh, it hasn't been that. It's been a much tougher job than I thought it was going to be, getting everyone adjusted to the new system,
and it's
the whole
expected, of
thing."
course. So, like,
what's their record now? They've been trash.
They're not trash. I think they're still like third or fourth.
I know. I'm saying since they got Doc Rivers,
I think it was 3-7.
They have a losing
I think it's
record.
like 3 and 7.
Yeah, they're not good.
Yeah, it's definitely not working out to their best.
3-7. Come on, man. You have Dame and Giannis.
Dude, and they look, out of all the All-Star weekend players, they look really good. Yeah, I just don't know. Is it a Doc Rivers problem? I don't know. I think it's a team issue, man. I really do think there's something up with that team that it's just not.
I get trying to learn how to play Giannis and
Dame.
Dame have to learn how to play it, and I get it. That's when we're used to that. We saw it with Wade and Bosh and LeBron.
Yeah,
in the Big Three era that first year, that team didn't look good. We still went to the finals.
We lost a lot of games. We lost a lot of games.
We were
probably should have won.
very choppy. We weren't good at the beginning.
Yeah.
You had to learn to play with each other.
Yeah.
Now imagine that team with a new coach in the middle of the year.
Yeah, a team that I think has a lot to prove coming back, Denver. Denver has 3 losses in a row as of today, as of Tuesday. So they have 3 losses in a row. I think they're going to come in angry because that's a good team. I said it last episode. I think they're a playoff team. I think they're going to come in and they're going to come in to win. I think they're going to turn on the boosters, and this is where you're going to start seeing the slippage of these, like the Cavs, these other teams, like the Suns, these teams that were doing well first half of the season. I think they're going to start slipping now because the teams we're talking about that have the talent are going to come in and they're going to start playing for seeding.
Yeah, these are the teams that,
So I think the Nuggets are going to come in hard. The Sixers, when Joel Embiid comes back, that team's ridiculous. I think he's supposed to come back soon.
They don't scare me.
The 76ers? Joel Embiid doesn't scare.
I'm just being a homer. Nobody scares me when it comes to the Heat.
Okay, Joel Embiid against our boy Bam Adebayo. That would be a little scary.
Stay healthy and we'll see.
We'll see. Big games coming up. We're going to come out with this episode on Thursday. Big games we got are Lakers, Warriors. Lakers at plus 4.5 with a plus 150. So they're the underdogs. Do you like them against the Warriors?
No, I just don't like this Lakers team.
You don't like the Lakers team? Yeah, too many stars?
No, I just don't have any faith in it. I just give me the Warriors in that game.
All right, dude. Warriors, they're at minus 180. Or you want the spread or you want the money line?
Money line for sure, but
yeah,
I'll take the spread.
I like the spread. I like the spread at minus 4.5, honestly.
I think that's a very
bettable
deceiving line. I think it's closer than what it is because it's the Lakers and LeBron.
Yeah, I think that's a very good bet.
Yeah.
We also have Clippers and OKC.
Oh, by the way, I don't know if the Warriors are completely healthy.
They are. They're coming in full roster. I think pretty much most teams are coming in. I think there's a few people out.
Yeah, that's what I'm assuming come post All-Star.
Yeah, right? People coming pretty healthy.
Huge injury like the Heat.
Yeah. Yeah, most people are coming
predetermined out that everyone should be healthy.
I also like the Clippers OKC game. That is at a minus 2.5. That's a 2.5 spread. Favoring LA, the Clippers. 2.5. I would want the Clippers on there. I think the Clippers are going to come in nice and pretty for it.
Wait, the Clippers are at home?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me the Clippers all day. And then we have the Knicks 76ers. Knicks 76ers is a very tight game. That's going to be a really good game. I do think that the Sixers could pull it off coming off the All-Star break, even without Embiid. I think that the Knicks might come in a little bit softer. I'm going to give it to the 76ers.
I don't know. I don't have.
They're at minus 115.
I don't have a lean on that.
It's a 1-point spread.
I'll take the Knicks side just because they don't have Embiid.
Yeah,
it's a toss-up game for me.
So you're going to fade me? That's fair. I know. We're just friends here.
You asked for a quick opinion on it. I'm just telling you.
The other big game we have is Bucks Timberwolves on Friday. That's a very good game.
That's a great game.
I really like the Bucks here.
Yeah.
I really like the Bucks. I know we just talked crap about Doc Rivers and Giannis and Dame, but I really do think that
I'm going to go with
the Timberwolves.
I feel like who's favored in that game? You have the odds there?
I don't have the odds. I think it is the Timberwolves.
Have they come out? They probably hasn't.
Yeah, no, it hasn't come out. It's Friday.
Probably hasn't come out. Yeah. if the Timberwolves are plus money, I actually love the Timberwolves there.
Yeah.
Believe it or not. Sorry, I'm trying to check. Boom, Panthers win overtime.
There we go. In overtime.
3-2,
It went to
3-2.
overtime.
So I know they came back.
Oh, wow. I had them straight up.
Lundell.
Nice.
Love it.
I'll take that. I wish it was a Reinhardt goal, but hey.
No Reinhardt goal. God, lost that one again.
It's all good.
It's
I got
right.
3-2.
You got a point.
So that's 12-0 for Panthers.
12-0.
Do you want to just swing on over to the NHL now that we were just talking about the Panthers?
Yeah, we talked way too much NBA. Let's just get right into
I don't know.
hockey,
All-Star
baby.
Weekend break.
Yeah,
Let's get
it.
into something delicious.
Something actually that we care about.
Let's talk about hockey, baby. Hockey's been really good right now, man.
Oh, baby.
A lot of good teams. Dude, Canucks sit on top. Panthers right behind them.
Did you see the Canucks crushed me the other night? I bet them. Actually, I bet the game. Yeah, I bet the game live. Because I forgot what it was that I had lost.
Chasing hard.
Yeah, I was chasing hard.
That's something. Listen, guys, that's something nobody should do. Do not chase your losses.
I forgot what
it's
loss.
It's a guaranteed way to lose money because you bet with nothing.
I was chasing, I don't know what, probably my Genesis losses.
Sure.
And then, so I bet the Vancouver game live. I took the Vancouver side on it. They were up at the time.
This is a wild game. I know they played the Wild, but it was an actual wild game, high scoring.
And then, so the Vancouver goes up 5-2.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, perfect.
Easy.
Because I parlayed it with a couple other teams.
Okay.
And they ended up, everyone else hit, obviously. And all of a sudden, third period, I'm looking, and it's 5-5. The Wild scored like, it was 8-5.
Yeah.
The Wild scored like 5 goals in 2 minutes in the third
super
period.
Fast.
And all of a sudden, they're up 8-5, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, the game ended up 10-7.
Yeah,
that is wild. How did you like the Stadium Series? Did you enjoy them?
I love it.
I thought it was super cool. I know people hate on I didn't know, actually, being from Florida, I didn't know. Hockey isn't like in my genes as most people, but I didn't know that people didn't like outdoor hockey games. Like
they didn't, or they did?
They didn't. They did not. Say it's bad hockey because the ice is usually...
Yeah, it's not the best hockey as far as being showcased.
Yeah.
But what's fun about these games is like...
The fan experience, man. Like, how cool is that?
I think the NHL has done an awesome job. They've done a great job in doing... It's like a festival.
It's so cool. I think they need to do more of it. I think like every game should be stadiums. I don't know. It's so cool. I love how the Devils and the Flyers came in dressed up like the Sopranos and Rocky.
Oh yeah,
it was hilarious, and that was a pretty good game. The score was 6-3, but I think the game was better than that, for lack of a better explaining. Like
I didn't watch it.
Oh, the game was good.
That was the night one, the first game, right?
That was the Saturday. The Sunday was the Rangers and Islanders.
Rangers-Islanders. Yeah.
Also a very good game. That game went into overtime.
It's always fun when they play each other.
And I think it was 6-5. Both games were a lot of fun. I think it was like up on viewership. And the whole time I was watching is that all I thought about was, man, I want to be at that game. It looks like a fun game to go to.
The whole thing was sick. They had a concert before the game. The Jonas Brothers performed right before the game.
Dude.
But it was not a performance. It was like an actual like a concert. Like a mini concert.
Anytime you have the Jonas Brothers opening up for a game, it's a good time. No?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm there for it.
I'm not a huge Jonas Brothers guy, but I just like the vibe.
You're not a huge Jonas Brothers guy?
Sure, but...
Name me a song. Oh, that's embarrassing. Not one.
I'm not a big Jonas Brothers guy.
Not one, dude.
No.
That's embarrassing. I called you on a lie.
No. What's the original one they had? Fuck, man.
I don't know, man. I don't know. This is embarrassing. I don't know. Not one.
I know that Nick Jonas, the Jonas.
You're so oldest.
That was a banger.
No, banger, dude. That song hit.
But that's not Jonas Brothers.
Cake by the ocean. Dun, dun.
Is that Jonas Brothers or Nick Jonas?
That's the other Jonas. That's the middle Jonas. Joe Jonas. That's Joe Jonas. That was the one that's married to.
What's the original one? Look me in the eye. It's like one of their first ones. I remember it was like a Disney Channel.
Go ahead. Look me in the eye.
Something love me.
Yeah, go ahead. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know.
I just know
I don't know anything you're saying.
It's like when they were like they were like the Jonas Brothers kids, like
when they had like the rings.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what song you're talking about. So I can listen. We've talked too much about the Jonas Brothers.
Yes.
Screw the Jonas Brothers.
Podcast.
Panthers, Canes. Now it's super important that we win that game. We just beat Ottawa. So we beat our franchise record of 11 games in a row with 12. Yeah, I think
this Panthers team is ridiculous.
It's really cool to be witnessing the Panthers playing recently because it looks like everything has just clicked for them.
So
offense, defense, the lines, everything. Our goaltending.
Look, they're just built for a steep Stanley Cup run.
And their team.
They're mean. They're like bullies out there. They have so much offensive firepower.
Everybody.
Great
Everybody
goaltending.
can score.
And then now last year, sure, we were like mean, but I guess our knock was we weren't big on defense,
right,
on the back end,
right.
And then we ran into Vegas. They weren't like that, and we saw the difference. What happened there? Granted, we were very injured, but if you look at this Florida team, like our defense, like this, we're not small anymore.
We're not small. We're scary.
Like, dude,
we got some bullies.
Yeah, like our entire back end now
we're playing some teeth knocking, teeth flying,
just a bunch of big guys that can skate.
Hockey, yeah, I love it.
This team is built for.
Dude, we've in the last 12 games we've outscored our opponents 54-20. That's ridiculous.
I know. What was the game we had the other day? It was like 9-2.
We're doing really well, man. I really like this Panthers. I really like the Panthers.
And was it since January? I think Kachuk is leading the league in goals. Yeah, sure, he's not putting up last year's numbers, but this is January.
That's what I'm saying. Kachuk Reinhart is obviously MVP candidate, but Kachuk is right behind him. Like, he's doing really well.
Yeah, for him, it's just been since January. He had a slower start to the year.
Right. He came in a little softer.
But
so obviously we're doing the Panthers Canes. We're doing the Panthers against the Canes. We're not going to go against that.
I'm not picking against the Panthers. Are you nuts?
Ever.
It's against my.
Are we doing
everything I believe in?
Are we doing the Reinhart goal?
I do it every game.
Okay. We also have.
He's been slow since the All-Star break. He's been killing us, but
he's been playing well. He just hasn't gotten the
I think he had
puck in the net.
He had a point tonight.
Yeah. We also have Leafs Knights. I like the Knights for that game.
I'm always picking against the Leafs.
Yeah,
dude, they burned me again. I bet them. Was it yesterday?
Did you?
Yeah, it was. I bet the over. Stupid.
No. We also have the Predators versus Kraken. I'm gonna give it to the Kraken. I know.
I feel like the Predators have been playing good though.
I know they have been playing good. That's why I have faith in the Kraken.
I'm on the other side of that.
You're gonna fade me. All right.
Yeah.
This is
I like the Predators there. They were good going into the All-Star break.
Yeah, I think the Predators are a good team. I just like the Kraken. I like their colors.
It doesn't like all these teams are good, but just
all the teams are good. It's the NHL.
By the way, I've officially bet I don't want us to be the President's Trophy winners because of the President's Trophy curse.
The curse, dude. But you put it in?
I finally put in a President's Trophy winner. Look, Vancouver, we saw them actually did it after Vancouver blew the lead. I was so mad at Vancouver for blowing that lead. Man. I was like, how the hell do you blow this against the Wild? I'm going to put you to lose the President's Cup. This team sucks. They're going to blow the lead for the President's Cup.
They have what, 2 games up?
The Panthers have been hot. I think now after tonight.
Oh, after tonight, I don't know.
I think we're
2 or 1.
Yeah. But I don't know if after tonight we jumped. Or actually, I think the Rangers might still be ahead of us.
No, we're second for sure.
Are we for sure?
Yeah.
Either way,
hockey's been really good this season. Really good this season. I'm really excited for hockey playoffs.
Yeah, obviously it's the best.
It's Panthers all the way.
Yeah, but either way.
Do you have a number 2? Do you have a number 2 right behind him?
No.
Nobody?
With this Panthers team, you got to go all in.
You're closing your eyes. You're going all in. You heard that here first. Panthers all the way. Lock it in now. I don't know what the odds are.
Huge homer bias.
Huge homer bias.
Big homer bias. Big homer bias here.
So the Genesis Invitational.
Let's get into the Genesis.
Let's get into the Genesis.
Love me some golf talk.
So
this is what I come for.
This is
the reason why I'm here.
Okay, this is what you come for. That's weird.
You always got to make it weird.
That's my job. That's what I do. So Genesis Invitational, I saw Thursday, whole thing, half of Friday. No particular reason.
I feel like I was locked into the Genesis from like Tuesday because once Tiger's in the tournament,
no,
I watched like everything. Doesn't matter.
Why did he get sick,
dude? The whole thing is. Listen, honestly, I'm happy that it was just sick, that he got the shits or whatever.
No, I thought it was the flu. Wasn't it the flu?
He came out saying it was influenza, but apparently, I don't know. Did you not see the
ass flu?
No, like everybody at the Genesis was getting sick.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, there was a huge bug going around. Multiple people got
From Riviera, probably from the clubhouse.
stomach bugs, or I don't know. I saw
just
people
Tiger
joking
just
around
coughing
because you see how they had pictures of him eating In-N-Out burger.
No.
Like one of the meals at the tournament was In-N-Out, so a bunch of players are having In-N-Out. What if it was In-N-Out?
That's bad. That's a bad look. That's a
But it
bad
was
look.
him. Apparently, a bunch of people have been getting sick.
Like after the tournament.
Not even, because Canley woke up Sunday with 100-something fever.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah, there was a bunch of other players that got sick too. Like they were sick during the tournament.
Oh, man.
Similar stuff.
So are they going to, do you think Tiger Woods is going to, do you think he like pretended to be sick because he wasn't playing that well?
I mean, he was playing fine.
He was what, when on Friday or on Thursday, he was 1 over?
Yeah, he was fine. He was still under the cut line. Like he was playing, he was fine. It was 7 holes. You can't really.
I
decide
did
he
love,
was playing good
I
or
did
not.
love that.
Sure, he
18th,
wasn't playing as good, but
the shot that he did off the tee on the 18th went straight right.
oh, the shank.
The shank.
It wasn't on 18.
I thought it was on 18.
No,
Pretty sure it was hole 18.
It maybe from the fairway. I forgot what hole it was on.
Pretty sure it was hole 18.
I saw the shank though.
It was bad.
Whatever, dude.
Tiger Woods shanks once.
He said his back spasmed.
You could just say he shanked.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine. Whatever. We all do it.
He hit a shank. But
And listen, all golfers do it. I'm just like Tiger.
I was locked in Thursday. I slammed Tiger. I watched
Went in so hard on Tiger.
featured groups.
Oh.
I was so in on that. I was betting everything. I bet Tiger over 4.5 birdies.
Nailed it. That was a good
Nailed
one.
it. 5 birdies.
He had
That
a
was
lot
great.
of bogeys and a lot of birdies.
The first day was like Tiger, JT, that whole group, and
Sure.
then the other one was the Rory's group, and then after was Max Homa's group, which was great because I bet.
the
Oh no,
Rory
actually Rory and Homa I think played together.
Rory and
Maybe
Homo played
not.
together.
I can't remember the first couple days, but either way, yeah, they did. I think, and then so that it was that group. So you were able to bet those groups Thursday and Friday, like total birdies,
Those
specific
groups.
over birdies of certain players,
Over another group.
under, which is to me it's super fun way to watch
Absolutely.
golf.
Yeah.
I don't like so much betting the unders on it because you're betting for guys that play bad. I guess you can do
Yeah,
that
and then
if you
betting
like
for
that.
the winners, it's like
But
1 in
I
100
had
and
I did
something.
multiple. I did Tiger over birdies. I did Max Homa over birdies. I did the group total birdies. So it's just fun. You're watching golf. You're like betting for everyone.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a
You're
fun
rooting
way
for
to
everyone.
enjoy the
You're
game.
rooting for everyone to make birdies. Like it's an awesome. Like it was.
Yeah.
And then you're watching the featured group, so you're only watching them. Super.
It makes golf more exciting than the NBA All-Star game.
I also bet, of course, because you know how I feel about Rory. I bet Max Homa to beat Rory
In the group.
in the group, and that was they were playing with each other, so it was so much fun to
Yeah,
watch.
because you're watching it live.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a lot of fun.
and then
And,
it was
and Homer killed it.
Yeah, but Homa played on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Homa made like 6 birdies, and then on the first day, Homa was playing okay, and Rory was beating him, and then Rory finishes disaster. Yeah. He finished a bogey double
Rory
to cash
has been off.
to lose to Homa by 1 for my cash.
That's a nice day.
Love it, sucking.
Rory's
Rory.
been off a little bit. And
I can't stand it.
can we talk about what happened with Jordan Spieth?
Yeah, that's so stupid.
That's
I
a
hate that
weird.
rule.
That's a weird.
It's an antiquated rule.
Yeah.
I get the whole sure you shouldn't leave the scoring tent until you make sure.
Yeah.
But this isn't. I get it.
These
Like
professional golfers, everyone's watching him. Everyone knows what he scored.
okay, I had that rule for like the level of golf that I played, like when you're in college and things like that,
Yeah.
or junior golf, where there's a little more accountability. Your round wasn't recorded on TV.
Exactly.
Where
We're
most shots,
hundreds of
or there's
thousands of people
gallery,
are watching.
or there's caddies and there's
Yeah.
scoring people. Like
There's
just-
the people you're playing against.
yeah, there's actually the official scorer who has the sign. There's
Hundreds
so
of people to
many
verify
things.
that.
Hundreds of people to verify. If you leave in a PGA, like in a regular tournament, I get it. If it happens to me, and
Oh,
when I play-
sure, yeah.
sure, you have to have the accountability. You can't.
Yeah,
but-
nobody's watching you around. Or like an early
There-
PGA like
And
qualifier.
again, I left. Like apparently, Spieth was sick. Also,
Oh yeah.
wasn't
I heard.
probably there. Maybe if he had the run, maybe he had the runs. He had
Listen,
to
when
take
I
off.
have the runs, nobody's
I don't
making
know.
me sign
Maybe
anything.
he
I
had the
gotta
runs,
go,
he
dude.
has- We know that was going around.
Yeah, I agree.
Who knows? Whatever. My point is, Spieth wasn't trying to cheat. So like, it's like does the punishment fit the crime kind of thing? Like a DQ. I feel like
I don't like Jordan Spieth, so he's a cheater and he deserves to be kicked off the
Relax.
PGA.
First of all, that's America's golden rule. Relax with Spieth. Right?
You're wrong.
Spieth hate the Bam hate.
You're wrong.
It doesn't make sense to me that you should stroke him a couple
Give him 5 stroke, whatever. 3 strokes.
It should be a 2-stroke penalty. Is my point.
2-stroke penalty.
A stroke, 2-stroke penalty. It should be one of those rules, not a DQ. A DQ
takes him out of everything. Takes him out of the competition. It's bad for golf.
Now,
Taking Jordan Spieth out of a tournament's never good.
We didn't have Jordan Spieth.
Exactly. The final Sunday was exciting. I'm just not happy that
it was fun
Xander
for a little
didn't win
bit
it.
when you had that at one point. I remember I texted the group chat like, guys, like great time to bet live because there was like 5 guys at 14 under. You're like Cantley, Xander, Hideki,
and
it was like four or five of those guys that were all at 14 and it got really close.
it was all tied up.
Yeah, so I was like, this is a great time to bet live. Just pick a horse and watch them play. It was like right after the final group made the turn. So this is going to be great TV. Here we go.
I know, and I was big on Xander. I was big on Xander.
14
I had
under.
Xander day one.
Here we go. Yeah, a lot of people. So I jumped on Xander also.
Yeah.
And then I ended up betting Willie Z. That was the other one.
Willie
That
Z.
was the other fun name
Willie
that was
Z.
up there. So it was fun names at the top on the back 9 of Sunday. Starting the back 9, everybody tied.
Yeah.
5 names. Here we go. And then, not that it wasn't cool, then we saw Hideki go off, which was
Hideki went off.
awesome, by the way. A buddy of
He
mine
went 5 under
A buddy of mine had
in the back 9.
had him at +6. He was popular. I know he was popular in the books. A lot of people had Hideki. But a buddy of mine, my brother-in-law, hit him huge.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
No, I did.
Had him for I think he got
I just thought.
four-figure payout.
Listen, I was big on Tiger. Tiger had a lot of my money. It was dumb, but it was Tiger. And then Homa had my money because I had a friend of mine who almost guaranteed the top 10 position from him.
First of all, that was a brutal beat.
Listen, so
Can
I
we
had
talk
a friend.
about that for a
even
second?
though I talked about it, how he's said that twice already about players playing at their home course and they love playing there and they do
And
very
I bet
well.
him, and what did I do? I bet him.
So that's
I
the
bet him-
second time.
Hold on.
I'm not saying.
No,
I'm
you're
not saying
gonna,
names. I'm not saying names.
what was the bet? It was Max Homa, top 10. That was my motor lock plus 120. What place did he finish in?
Not top 10.
He finished 11th place.
Not top 10.
One shot out of top 10.
What
and
position?
He bogeyed. Can you let me
What
talk
posi-
about? Can you
what
let
posi-
me please? Excuse me.
No,
Let me talk about
no.
my heartbreak.
What position did he put? Where
11.
did it land?
I understand. I
Okay.
understand. But
Sure.
can you let me vent about my bad beat here?
Go ahead. But
That was heartbreaking. All right. I had a pretty fat bet on that.
Did you?
Yes.
You should have known better.
It was my mortal lock.
You should have known better on your mortal locks.
It was my mortal lock. So I put a fat bet on it. All right. I'm sweating it hard, but I think I'm pretty good. This scumbag, bogeys.
It was bad.
I'm calling him a scumbag because he lost me money.
But he's a great guy. He's a
actually-
great guy.
I love him. He's
one of my
my
favorite players on
guys
tour.
I love
Yeah.
Max Homa. But this piece of shit,
This garbage of a human being.
bogeys 18 to below the top 10.
What a bad person. I heard him when he teed off. He says, "This is for you, Javi."
100%.
Yeah, he said, "Remember that time you didn't put me to win the Masters in 2013?"
I'm kidding. And I'm being so like, I play golf, so like I understand like how that
Bogeys
is
happen.
bogeying the last hole.
Listen, the
but
bad looks are bad looks.
you're a professional golfer.
Be better.
Get your shit together. Stop losing me money. Hideki almost holding out. Like he had those 2 irons. I think it was on 15 and 6 or 16 and 17.
Yeah, he was 500 in the
no,
back
15
nine, right?
and 16.
500 in the back nine?
Yeah, but 15 and 16 back-to-back shots. He almost hold like that's when he closed the door. He went from 14 to 17.
No, he's playing lights
He
out.
birdied 15, 16, 17, I think it was. Yeah, 15, 16. He almost hold out. I actually don't remember how he made the birdie on 14. He might have stuffed it also. But these were iron shots that like
14.
they were ridiculous. They were like tap-ins.
He's doing really well with his
Inside
irons.
6 inches. That was a hell of a display to win the tournament. Coming out of nowhere too. I get why he was like a favorite pick for a lot of people, like the public.
He's big. He's a lot of international bettors bet him too. People really like him.
Yeah, and I get why. He's a big name. Those odds like plus 6,000.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody, you give
that's-
it's like us with Tiger Woods. You sprinkle.
That's on us for not giving you that one.
Yeah,
But they were great odds.
good odds, and they panned out. Look at your brother-in-law.
He crushed it, like 4 figures.
Everyone but us.
We missed that one.
Everyone but us.
That's on us.
So, can we talk about it now?
Sure.
The freaking stupidest name in the PGA, the Mexico Open.
It's a pretty weak field too, right?
It's an awful term. Why? First of all, it shouldn't be called the Mexico Open. It doesn't make any sense. It should be called the Mexican Open. It's not called the Great Britain Open. It's called the British Open. Should be called the Mexican Open.
I don't know what to tell you.
It's just bothersome. It's bothersome. Doesn't make any sense. Who's the one that signed off on that?
I don't know.
Not even in Spanish. Not even in Spanish does it make sense.
Somebody in Mexico?
A Mexico Open?
It's their open.
You think they named it? You think it was a bunch of Mexicans? Órale, güey.
I don't know.
Vamos a llamarlo el Mexico Open.
I have no idea, man. I don't know what to tell you.
No, dude. It was some gringos off freaking...
I'm with you, though.
Yeah, I'm not going to watch the Mexico Open. I'm not going to lie to you. Are you going to watch it?
Yeah, it's not very... I'm going to watch it because I'm a golf junkie.
Okay.
So, like, I'll have my picks.
You'll have something to watch. Tony Finau's on there. Is he going to be playing?
He's the big name player. He's the huge favorite.
Previous winner.
He finished first last year, second year before. He dominates.
So is he? So he's favorite for this year?
Yeah, he's the favorite.
Anybody else?
Big names? No.
Anybody? I don't even know anybody that's in there. Is there any other big name other than Tony Finau?
There's not like big names, but yeah, he's like the biggest name.
Yeah, right. Tony Finau's a big name.
Keith Mitchell, I like him this week. Let me see.
Yeah, pull up the odds.
Yeah, I just looked at the updated odds for the Mexico Open, and that feels trash.
So let's just go with Tony Finau to win up the whole Mexican Open. Sorry, Mexico.
Look, you have guys like Hogard and Keith Mitchell. I like him this week.
Zalatoris?
No, you don't really see that. Like I'm telling you, it's a really weak field this year.
Yeah.
What's
fun about weak
next
fields
week, this field is trash.
It's such a stupid
let's just
name.
talk about West Palm.
It's a stupid name, and it's a stupid tournament. I'm not giving them any more credit. Let's just talk about whatever the
That's why I like
Classic
Tony
is called.
Finau so much. He's such a
should do
sure.
well. I like Tony Finau so much.
He's going to be my
just doesn't
mortal
win
lock,
as much.
but I'm just not putting him to win because that's a tougher mortal
Yeah,
lock.
to give him a top 10.
Now that we talk about it, I might just put him to mortal lock win, book it.
Win it all
Who
the
the
way
hell else? There's no one.
Our 20 viewers.
Even though I will
aren't
say, from a betting standpoint, we should probably pay more attention to this.
Yes, and you find diamonds in the rough.
like
You'll
I said,
find,
that's why I was saying,
what a Max Homa situation where it's a
right.
home course guy. Give
Well, that's
him the
why
benefit of the doubt.
I mentioned Keith Mitchell earlier just because that's a guy that I feel like he hasn't been playing that well going into this week. Beginning of the year hasn't played that well, but he's a world class player. He's a good player.
Yeah,
and he's in this field. His odds are down there. He's actually got pretty good odds for like top 10, top 20 too. He's plus odds for top 20 also.
Let's give
him
him
plus
to
130.
Let's give him to him
for top 20. So he's a guy like he was one of the ones that I saw quickly. That I was like, oh, that looks pretty good. Like he's a guy that those odds seem a little off.
I think golf
so you
is
can find
just
some value here.
It's what you're saying. These lesser tournaments give you the separation between the players is more defined, so you're able to pick them.
I think all these guys,
what we're saying, Tony Finau stands out above the crowd.
And I think it's worse now because of the whole thing with all these guys. Like a lot of these guys going to live these big names. You have before. You had not that all these big names would show up to these tournaments, but you would have
anybody who could win. All these guys could win.
Even if it was just like Phil would just show up to random tournaments sometime.
Or Bubba.
Yeah, Bubba and Joaquin Neiman. And these are guys that kind of played
that moved those Sunday runs.
Yeah, there's a lot of names on Live that played these tournaments that kind of, their names that pop a little more.
Yeah, they're the feed filler, like the field fillers.
Yeah, but
they're the guys that
are they good? But they're good names like Sergio Garcia.
They're recognizable.
Even if they're old, they're
Sergio,
recognizable names.
Exactly.
These are guys that sometimes, and then you see them, they get thrown into the odds. They can move people around.
It's true.
A little bit. So
it's true. That's what the golf is a fun.
Now
it's
you
a
don't
fun
have it.
sport.
You don't have that. You have these much weaker fields. I mean, not
but then people
much
stand
weaker,
out. Then that's what we're saying. People stand out.
I still think the PGA Tour is the deepest field. It's not even close. They're still the deeper fields
compared to Live. Yeah,
but like from the big name, like now you have. Look at this week. We have Tony Finau. That's it. There's no one else.
Is Thigala playing?
No, no one's playing this week.
Jeez. Yeah, give it to Tony. I like Tony. I've always liked Tony. I think Tony's a fun person.
Well, it also makes sense logistically.
Tony's such a great guy. He's got a beautiful
all the way to
family.
Mexico to come all the way back to Palm Beach. Everyone's
yeah, exactly. I'll just stay here.
Yeah.
And they have to pay for all that stuff, anyways.
Exactly. We're going from LA to Mexico. Nah, we're good.
Yeah, exactly. So it's that time. Are you ready? It's the Mortal Lock time. So we did for the Mortal Locks last week. I think we hit the Panthers. That was an easy one.
We did.
We hit.
You didn't do Reinhardt goal. You just did Moneyline Panthers, right?
I might have added Reinhardt at the end because you hyped me up. Now that I think about it.
Did not hit. Oh.
I take it back.
We got to go back and look at the replay. This is what happens when we don't have the whole crew here.
Felipe, por favor.
We need
Go
the
back.
whole crew.
We need the whole crew to keep us on our tours. Even though Panthers was my original mortal lock. So if I added one, that's on you, not on me. But yours failed miserably. Max Homa, not top 10. We had...
Again, that was brutal. Bogey's the last hole. We had it.
We had the UFC.
Listen, 5 or better on 18, that hits.
Are we done? Are we done?
I'm just still
You're
mad
venting.
about
We already talked about this.
I lost 5 units.
So Pick missed.
He did.
Volkanov
lost.
He did not defend that title.
Yeah, and
35 got him.
This is why I don't bet fights.
This is why I don't bet UFC fights, man. I hate them. And Al's bet won, man. UConn came through.
I did. Actually, I bet that.
Mortal locks, you have to bet.
Actually, I got to check tonight. I bet them tonight also.
Oh, yeah. They are playing tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, the game's probably over.
But I bet them money line.
Yeah. Bet them clean.
They're on the road.
Bet them clean. So today, it's just me and you. Mortal lock. What do you have?
It's been fun, just the two of us, huh?
It's nice.
Intimate.
It's sexy. Yeah. It's an easier setup.
Different.
It's just you and me. I hope you guys enjoy it. It's very comfortable. I'm very comfortable.
Yeah.
It's less me versus them. It's more you and me.
Me versus them?
Yeah, that's how I feel when I see like you guys there. And
well, that's just it's episode 3. We're still figuring out our setup. I feel like every week it's a new setup.
It's always going to be me versus somebody. In this case, it's just me versus you, but in a nice way.
Okay.
It's if I was playing against a small child.
Do you want my mortal lock or not?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Tony Finau. Make it.
It's actually Tony Finau, but it was
to win it. To win it.
Top 10. But I talked myself out of my own mortal log, and I'm just gonna put him to win. I just like this is such a dog shit field. Just book it. Tony Finau, he's gonna win this week.
You're gonna do a golf mortal bet.
I know
a mortal lock. You're gonna do a mortal lock on a golf tournament winner.
I'm reeling. This is me chasing after Max Homa last week, chasing hard. All right. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me.
This is the worst idea.
No, it's not.
In the history of ideas.
Tony Finau, lock it in.
Okay.
To win.
To win. That's your mortal lock.
Mortal lock. He's going to do it this week.
Oh, boy. I'm going to love this conversation next week. My mortal lock this week. I really like
7-1. It's not even great odds.
Yeah, it's not great. I'm going to do the 76ers versus the Cavs on Saturday, I think it is.
Without Embiid?
Without Embiid, I think the 76ers are going to take it. I know the Cavs did well, but I'm telling you, that team's not that good.
Won't be following this mortal lock.
This morning. And I'm going to be following Tony Finau to win an entire tournament.
I can't wait to celebrate this.
I'm also going to follow it. You know why?
I'm going to treat the boys. I'm going to treat the boys to a round of golf with my Tony Finau winnings, and
so you're going to bet hard.
And I'm not going to invite you.
No, that's not fair.
No,
the boys are the boys.
You're not right.
The boys are the boys.
You're not rolling with the boys.
You're not rolling with my boy.
You picked Philly. First of all, you picked the NBA, which you know I can't do.
Okay, first of all,
if you want me on your NBA bet, it's an auto lock.
We're talking about mortal lock. We go with him no matter what. We are a team. We are a unit. We are an army. We are the first step army. Ooh, I don't like how that sounds.
The first step army.
I don't like how that sounds. We are not the first step army. We are not an army. We're nothing. We're a group of individuals who enjoy sports and sports betting. First Step Podcast. Come give us a listen. Not an army. Not an army. So, yeah, no, we are a unit. We go together, and we follow all our bets. I bet USC last week. I know nothing about USC.
Okay, fine. I'm going to bet it.
76ers, baby.
What about parlaying it? It's just two this time. What about parlaying?
Should we do a little First Step parlay? Tony Finau, 76.
Tony Finau to win 76ers. Wait, was it money line or spread?
Dude, let's do the spread. Change it up. I was going to do money line. Let's do the spread.
What's the spread on their game?
Are
they plus money?
They're plus money.
On the money line?
On the money line. So let's do parlay. Let's do parlay spread.
No, this is mortal lock. What was your mortal lock?
I'm doing money line.
Okay, then we got to do money plus Tony Finau. Okay. To win
76ers
over Cavs,
money line.
money line.
And then we're going to
Parlay, mortal lock.
Should we sprinkle something else on there?
Book it.
For the other two?
No, they're not here. They don't get to be a part of this beautiful parlay.
Okay, so we're going to, I wonder what the odds are going to be. It's going to be at least plus 1,000 something.
Hold on. Hold, please.
We're going to set this up right now. We're going to set this up. Everyone, if you're watching this, join in. You still have time.
Hold, please. Tony Finau plus 750. They're going to have the NBA.
Oh, let's do a Thursday NBA game. Hold on. Let's change it up. Let's do a third, just so we could get this going. Give me...
It's not your mortal lock, though. It's different. It's Philly than in New York.
Give me Philly spread. Give me Philly spread.
Philly spread?
Yeah, it's at -1. Is it at -1?
-1.5?
Yeah, give it to me. See what I have.
Is that your mortal lock?
Yeah, we're changing it right now.
Plus 1560.
There we go. That's what we're doing.
That's our mortal lock.
That's our mortal lock right
Tony
now.
Finau
to win it, and 76ers
minus 1.5
over the Knicks.
I
like it. I actually really like that bet. Maybe not the Tony Finau one, but I do like the 76ers.
I honestly, it's crazy. I like Finau better than the Sixers. I'm part of that.
Dude, and the thing is, I literally said last episode that the Knicks are going to go to the finals. They're the best team right now.
This is a horrible mortal lock.
No,
Why?
This is a great mortal lock. Everyone follow us, join us, be part of it. Tail us, baby. Tail us. We're going to go all the way through.
All right.
Guys, this has been an incredible episode. Thank you so much for Javi to showing up, guys. Please do us a favor.
Why wouldn't I show up?
I don't know.
This is what we do.
I don't know. So we want to thank you guys. Give us a follow, subscribe, comment. If you guys hate us, let us know you hate us. I'm okay with it. I'm not.
Tell us specifically who you hate so we can get rid of them.
I hate the fat guy with the big nose. It's me. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I hope you have an incredible week. Be safe. Don't spend all your money. And have a good one.
You've been listening to First Step. We told you we don't take this too seriously, didn't we? I'd say we've proven that. Yes, we love sports, and we love sports betting. But we like the funner side, not the stuffy side. We hope you had a blast like we did. If so, make sure to like, rate, and review. We'll be back soon. But in the meantime, find us on Instagram and TikTok at First Step Bets. See you next time on First Step.